It is easy to make your own origami paper from a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. And crease the paper. Now cut along the bottom of the triangle that you made. That was quick. You now have a square piece of paper that is ready for you to fold. To make an origami dog's face, you will need a square piece of paper, markers, a glue stick, and googly eyes. Take the paper and fold it in half so it looks like a triangle. Take the corner and fold the paper down like this. Crease it and do the same on the other side. These are the dog's ears. Next, fold the pointy end under to make the chin. Use a glue stick to attach the googly eyes. Decorate with markers. You can make it look like a dog you know, or use your imagination and invent a new breed.
Hi kids, Janelle here. Today I am going to show you how to draw a bird. Now to do the bird, we're just going to use simple shapes like half circles and triangles and straight lines. And then you just need to go get a crayon or a marker and some paper and follow along with me and you'll have your very own bird. Okay, the first shape I want you to do is a half circle. Start with a line like this and then curve around, back up. You have a half circle. Then we're going to do another one, but going in the other direction and smaller up on top. Just like that. So it looks like he's resting on top of this one. Then we're going to do a circle, but it's a little one right about here. And then we're going to do a triangle down on this end. Just like that. Now this shape that we did here, we're going to repeat, but on the inside, just like this. That will be the wing of the bird. Now let's give the bird a beak. And that is going to be a small triangle shape right in front here. Now he just needs his feet down at the bottom. We're going to do 2 longer lines and then some little lines on the bottom. 1, 2 legs, and then we just add his feet with these little tiny lines. And that's it, you did a bird.
On the tree of great energy, there was an egg. A mommy duck had gave it as a gift to the Lord, then left it. What happens next is a legend that came every 1,000 years. The egg had been hit by the green sun's beam of power. This was what the sun did every 1,000 years. There was no stopping it now. The green sun guardian was born. Actually, this was the first guardian of the green sun. His name was Quacky. He was born with absolutely no hand. The earth was now a dark and lonely place because it was ruled by a lord called Xoxaron. The sun was the only thing left. It used its power on Quacky, who was now the world's last hope. The sun also gave him the ability to use a green cube to give him anything and turn it into a solid. Quacky soon became aware of this, so he gave himself hands. Rainbow Bear and Quacky shake hands. You know that Lord guy? After he turned the earth into a dark, evil place, well, he put every animal alive except for you two under mind control. Oh? No way! Let's get him!
Ruthie and the Not-So-Teeny-Tiny Lie by Laura Rankin. Ruthie loved tiny things, the tinier the better. Her toys were the teeniest imaginable. She had a dinky dinosaur, itty-bitty trains, ponies no bigger than your pinky, and teddy bears that were barely there. Ruthie loved finding tiny treasures too. At the beach she searched for the smallest seashells. The flowers she picked were no bigger than fairy wings. She even had an eggshell from a hummingbird. And wherever Ruthie went, she carried some teeny thing in her pocket. One day at school recess, after jump rope and swings, Ruthie took a turn on the twirling bar. And when she landed, she saw something in the grass. It was a little box with a teensy window and an even tinier button on the top. She couldn't believe her luck. It was a teeny tiny camera. Ruthie looked through its little window and then she pressed the button on the top to take a picture. Click! Just like a real camera. This was absolutely the best thing Ruthie had ever found, and it was hers. Click, click! She tried it out every which way. Say cheese, clouds, click. Say cheese, little bug, click. Say cheese, school, click. Say cheese, Martin, click. But Martin didn't say cheese. Martin said, "Hey, that's my camera." Ruthie was startled. "No, it's not. It's mine." "Give it to me," said Martin. "It's mine." "It is not. It's two." "No, it's not," shouted Ruthie, and she raced back to class. "What's going on?" asked Mrs. Olson. "Ruthie's got my camera," said Martin. "I got it for my birthday and I dropped it on the playground." But Ruthie wanted that teeny tiny camera in the worst way. "It's mine," she yelled. "I got it for my birthday." Well, that wasn't true at all. Not one teeny tiny bit. Mrs. Olson looked at Martin and then she looked at Ruthie. "Goodness, this is a problem," she said. "The camera can't belong to both of you. I think I'll keep it safe in my desk drawer for now, and we'll talk about it again tomorrow." Well, Ruthie's stomach flip-flopped all the rest of the day. She couldn't remember the answer to 2 + 2, and when Mrs. Olson read a story, every word flew straight out the window. The bus ride home took forever. "Hi, Ruthie," said Mama. "How was school?" "Okay," mumbled Ruthie. Dinner was macaroni and cheese, and it was Ruthie's favorite, but she could not eat, not one little bite. "Aren't you feeling well?" asked Papa. "I'm not hungry," she said. At bedtime, Ruthie was close to tears. "What's the matter?" asked Mama. So Ruthie told Mama and Papa the whole story. What do you think went wrong?" asked Papa. "I said it was my camera," cried Ruthie. "But it's not." "It's going to be okay," said Papa. "You made a mistake, and tomorrow you can fix it. I think Mrs. Olson and Martin will understand." But the next morning, Ruthie could barely eat. Maybe Mrs. Olson wouldn't understand. Maybe Ruthie would have to sit in the timeout corner. Maybe Martin would never talk to her again. Maybe no one would ever talk to her again, not one teeny tiny word. Well, the school bell was about to ring, and Ruthie took a deep breath and began that long walk to the front of the room. Mrs. Olson's desk seemed very far away. "Good morning, Ruthie," said Mrs. Olson. "I have something to tell you," said Ruthie in a very small voice. "The camera isn't mine. I didn't get it for my birthday. I found it on the playground." Mrs. Olson didn't make her sit in the timeout corner. She didn't even look mad. Instead, she gave Ruthie a hug and kissed the top of her head. "Thank you for telling the truth," said Mrs. Olson. "That took a lot of courage." "I'm very sorry, Martin," said Ruthie. "It's okay," said Martin. All at once, Ruthie's stomach stopped flip-flopping. She even skipped a little on the way back to her desk. She got the right answer to 3 + 7 in math, and after lunch, Mrs. Olson read the funniest story Ruthie had ever heard. And on that short bus ride home, Ruthie realized she didn't miss that teeny tiny camera, not one teeny tiny bit.
Hey, Penelope,
Yes, sir?
let's go see some sculptures.
Well, it's been a long day. I think that'd be in order. Where should we go?
Egypt! The Sphinx, or the Great Sphinx of Giza, is located in Egypt. Built around 2500 BC by the pharaoh Khafra, is one of the world's largest and oldest statues. Made of limestone, it is the head of a human and the body of a lion.
Next, let's go to Hong Kong.
Yay!
Tiantan Buddha, also known as the Big Buddha, is one of the largest outdoor Buddha statues. It is 112 feet tall and weighs 280 tons. Visitors of the Hong Kong sculpture must climb 240 steps to reach it. Now that's a lot of walking.
Yeah!
Now, let's travel to Chicago.
Yeah!
Cloudgate is by Anish Kapoor. It was built around 2005. It's made of stainless steel and is located in Chicago, Illinois. It is a public sculpture that visitors can walk around and underneath. It's almost like a giant mirror. Now, where shall we go next?
Canada! Maman by Louise Bourgeois was built in 1999. Louise is a French artist, and Maman means mother in French. It is on display in Ottawa, Canada. The sculpture, which resembles a spider, is one of the largest, at 30 feet high and 33 feet wide. It is made of bronze and contains 26 marble eggs in its belly.
Well, that's a lot of marbles.
Looks like a really scary spider.
Long legs, too.
Yeah. Where to next?
Perhaps we should go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Spoonbridge and Cherry by Claes Odenberg was built in 1988. It is on display as public art in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is made from aluminum and stainless steel. Claes is known for his oversized and ordinary objects. What do you think? It's a big cherry.
Yeah, looks yummy.
Bye.